Hello, and welcome back to Wildsunne Art Studio. My name is Robinsunne. I'm very happy to have you here. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Or share, subscribe, comment, and like. Whatever you want. I have some more Spacious Flipelope that I just found. I keep making them because they're so much fun. So I just wanted to give you a couple of little flip-throughs. So this buckle is made out of metal tape that you can get at the hardware store, and it's just wrapped around some stacked up cardstock. And this belt is also made out of cardstock on one side and this it's cotton like athletic tape or bandage tape I guess on that side, and that actually gives it a lot of flexibility and strength. And this is held in with 4 little brads. Now it's just fun to do. So as we open up, first of all, you can see that there is an 1/8 of an inch space. Envelopes make up the front cover and back cover, and when I put them together, I widened out the space between one envelope and the other and used the flap of that envelope to make a little bit of spine, and I didn't strengthen that with anything else, so that was cool. Here we have a notepad made with cardstock and some papers I made: hope and truth and love and believe and courage and a couple of more, and this really pretty silver paper cut. Isn't that fun? Matches the belt buckle on the front. So this is just a little belly band that I tuck the back of the notepad on so you can take it out or use it or whatever. And here's a little walk around journal with a paper cut on the front and some 5-point font writing paper, and a big paper cut that I did with spray ink, which you are now well familiar with, that I copied in black and white, which just came out pretty well. So there's that pocket. This is the pocket of the envelope. It used to have little things that came up from the pocket, and I cut them off and glued them down for strength. I made a new flap for this envelope because it was facing that way. But first, there is a 3-tab pocket here with, look at that, isn't that fun? Some paper cuts on these journaling cards, and there are a lot of paper cuts in here. There's also a paper cut right here, which, yeah, you can see. And then the belly of the envelope is right here, and I took some hand-drawn paper with lines and stars and goodness knows what. Paper cut. This is another spray ink copied in black and white. It's actually my all-time favorite. Some roses, scribble roses. Yeah, so another little journaling booklet. Whoops. Goes that way and under and over and under. Now it's all buckled up. Let's do a yellow one next. So this was made, I don't know if you can tell, but out of a mailing envelope. This part, the front cover, basically folded it in half with a little spine part that is about a 1/2 inch. So I just creased it on a scoreboard with a 1/2 inch in the middle, and then the bottom part of the envelope was here, but I slit that open, and there's a little magnet. I think those are so cute. That holds, this was kind of gaposis, and so I put this cover on, and inside this pocket that I made, I took some of my postcards and blew them up. I enlarged them on my photocopier, and that was like really, really fun. So whoever gets this book will be able to enjoy coloring their own cards. Okay. I love how that works. Okay, so in this envelope, there are some stacked envelopes with little bits of spine. So this spine is 1/8 of an inch. This spine is 1/4 of an inch. This spine is also 1/8 of an inch. And in all the pockets are some more postcards in black and white. Isn't she pretty? With some, this paper is in my Etsy shop. So is this one. This one probably will be at some point, but it's not there yet. This is some spray ink paper and a feather. This is Etsy shop paper. It'll say something about yellow paper. Oh. More cards. A bird. This is a really totally cool journal. All of these envelopes were, I don't know if you can tell, but they're sort of craft paper envelopes, brown envelopes. Oh, this is a fun journaling paper with a spray ink paper cut on the other side. And that closes, and there's a little notepad and some more. Oh, look, one of the guardians. Postcards, some more postcards. So that's the front cover. And then there is a journal all in there with some colored cards, some colored papers, ink spray paper drawn, some colored things, and a whole lot of coloring paper places for the owner of the journal. And this is, you can tell kind of, it's the top of the mailer envelope, one of these manila ones. And I've got some more enlarged postcard designs. This one's really fun to color because the colors really get excited and look wonderful next to the black. This was some collage paper. This was the mixed paper cut paper. And more of this. Whoops. I think I didn't glue. You should do that, glue the spine so that when you put cards in, they won't go past the crease. Makes them a whole lot easier to fold and use. So there's that one. And then this last one is, I don't know, it's maybe a tad imperfect. but I really like it because I love the colors. So this is some of that woven medical tape, sticky back stuff that I strengthened this spine with. This spine is a 1/2 inch, and it has a lot of weight, inside all these envelopes and flips and the matted paper, and yeah. So I needed that big spine on the edge to be really strong. So there's a journal in the middle, but over here on the left-hand side, there's some, I have to teach you that one too. There is some manifesto paper to be decorative. It's kind of like using a book page, only I get to determine what the words are, and I get to say what I want, so that I'm not using book pages that are talking about World War III or something. So these are little coin envelopes, 1 and 2, and I had some little cards that I colored and copied and drew on, and I was just using up all these wonderful little cutouts, and I have these little teeny tiny cards that go into the coin envelopes. Thank you. And I also cut down the openings. The openings came up to about there, and that really wasn't enough for him to get a person's fingers inside. So I opened up those openings a little bit more. And then this is another one of those brown craft. Come on out. Hands. And flowers and magic and vines and more vines and a heart and roses. So yeah, there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. Let's put that in the middle. Nourish, make a plan. And so the backing on this paper was like maybe a 11 or 12 point font, and this is I think the same manifesto paper, but I made the point on the font be 5 and be really tiny and close together. So this is a little bit more black and white. This is a little bit more gray, kind of, sort of. You can play with that. So we have another envelope right here. And hands and little guardian dolls and a little postcard and a corazon and, oh, cool. It's got flowers on one side and it's blank on the other for whatever you want. Tuck those in. You can close up that. Here is our little journal full of all kinds of, there's manifesto paper, and actually this is Christmas paper, and ink spray, and that's supposed to have an L on it for laughter. And there's a little envelope that you can put something cool into. This was hand written, kind of scribble writing manifesto paper. And we have some more printed paper and some more little cards and little colors and 2 more little coin envelopes or tiny card envelopes and more little kind of stickery things, a little bit of washi tape, some more cards. I have a fabulous imagination. And a to-do list and a place to write and some purple flowers because that's awesome. And this is the corazon all colored in. And this envelope, I didn't, sort of cut the neck open so that it was a great pocket. Instead, I closed the whole envelope up and then took just a little sliver of the top off so that I could make it a top load pocket. My actions bless the world. Boy, I hope so. Or girl, I hope so. So there we are. Lots of, and this one, which cracks me up. I don't know, spoon, blood spilling out. And a feather, of course, because. So, yes, I hope I have kind of nudged your imagination along. These are so much fun to make, and I just sort of wander around my desk and I just, especially in ones like this, I just like put as much stuff inside there as I can imagine. And so there are all sorts of little pieces from other leftovers from other projects. And I was reading something about feng shui today and how wonderful it is to organize one's house. So you don't have like litter in your house. A place for everything and everything in its place. Only with lots of Chinese symbolism in there. So, yeah, I wish us all clean houses, organized houses, with lots of beautiful, wonderful energy flowing through, and all the courage and energy we need to personally make that happen, and use up all our little treasures in glorious and artistic ways. May we all be organized. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little while today, and I will see you next time. Alrighty, bye.